I hear it said that it's because of channel flipping when you're overseas trying to figure out what's going on, or the way information is controlled through TV, etc., etc. Like, there's a lot of people talking about, like, oh, well, why did he pick the aesthetic? Because it's a little bit more than just it was cool, obviously. Otherwise, he would have kept using it for the rest of the games, right? This is going to be a long intro cutscene. Make sure, if you care, to actually listen in.
July 3rd, 1998, the day that all international disputes were resolved. This day marked the beginning of true peace for the entire world, for people of all races. The four powers quickly formed anti-terrorist organizations and set out creating peacekeeping agencies to bring order and security on a global scale. The world unified to do everything in its power to eradicate all the weeds of evil and disorder. The international society, under the motto of protecting the world from international terrorism, ideology terrorism, and cyber terrorism, stopped all air transportation and closed every network station in a short span of 2 years to reduce the likelihood of terrorism. The world had changed. In the year 2002, a network of intercontinental expressways bridging the Atlantic Ocean opened, connecting the two major sides of the world. In the following year of 2003, the construction of a mass-scale distribution system began, and a man-made landmass as large as a city was built over an ocean. The use and research of nuclear energy was banned, and all radioactive waste and materials were disposed of at an energy disposal facility in the Gibsoft Islands, a remote set of islands off the coast of the Indian Ocean. Now, international eyes were on the elimination of the intercontinental missiles that posed the biggest threat to world peace. In order to eliminate these weapons of mass destruction, they were launched outside the Earth's atmosphere and intercepted by other missiles, exploding them on contact. People around the world watched these explosions light up the sky as if they were some kind of dazzling light show. These explosions, later known as the missile shows, became the symbol of world peace. The world was filled with hope. But a new threat was on the rise. At the signing ceremony of the UN's World Security Treaty in the year 2003, a new breed of terrorists who called themselves Smiling Faces attacked the ceremony. The devastating attack caught the international society by surprise and temporarily crippled key operations in the United Nations. That assault was aimed at nothing other than using terrorism to create terror. Fear spread throughout the nations like wildfire. There was nothing the police or the military could do to counter the Smiling Faces. The only ones who had any chance of stopping these Smiling Faces were the omniscient and almost godlike professional assassins. The key players behind the scenes of the four powers utilized their connections and called upon the group known as Killer 7. Their only hope rested with them.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Hello, Mr. Smith. The election is drawing near. Have you decided on your vote? If you haven't, please let the Republic Party make the most of your precious vote. Thank you and have a nice day.
Precious vote? Yeah, right.
Pokemon Unite in League of Legends is the reason why that guy's screaming over there. Oh, the cutscene's desynced
What? You want to eat?
that day.
Make it fast, okay? I have to go to class at 9.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in. There's the alternate history stuff. There's the Killer 7, Smith Syndicate, Who's Amir Park Reiner, Johnny gagging on these balls.
Ah, Garcian.
I like this, the health bar that goes all the way off the screen.
The master is awake.
Garcian, relax.
As you wish, Master. There's an important message for you.
Ah, yes, I've felt it. An old friend is trying to bring down a country.
I will contact you.
If there are visitors for me, call.
As you wish.
Samantha, the lights.
As you wish, master. It's time. Can I go now?
Yeah. Thanks.
See you tomorrow, then. Thanks. Mwah.
Oh, I love Samantha. She's so entertaining. Doesn't actually do very much, but it's just such a memorable intro to a character. A lot more stuff's about to go down, so I'll just go ahead and return to being quiet. As if you didn't have enough on your plate to understand.
Wait, look at this.
What is this? A bug in the system?
No, sir, it's reading right. There's 200.
What the hell? A country could disappear off the map. Do you have the impact point yet?
Yes, sir. It's Japan.
What? Are the fireworks ready? No, forget it. Japan is our ally. No, we're not authorized to make that kind of decision. Forget authorization. We have to do something now or else. We can't just let it happen. Get the president on the line. This is an emergency call for the president. Mr. President, this is Spencer speaking, sir. 200 pulsars have been fired towards Japan. We're unable to compute their trajectory since we're avoiding the computation time lag. Interception can only commence 2 hours before initial impact. Shall we launch the fireworks? Mr. President, your assessment, sir.
The missiles have been launched.
Where are they headed?
Japan.
Washington?
Restaurant Fukushima. It's a popular joint.
And the target?
The owner of the place, Toru Fukushima. See, he's the middleman between the Japanese UN representatives and our government.
A government job?
It's a job from all the parties. Japan has turned against us.
So that's why they're gonna hit Japan?
Well, it's a possibility. It depends on how they move.
It'll be a blow, all right. What will happen to Japan?
It's up to the president. They have 18 hours.
All hell's gonna break loose over in Washington. And I sure as hell don't want to be there.
If, for some reason, you need help, go see a guy named Kasai. He's well informed, especially about the Japanese movement. You got all the details in there, okay? This time, the string puller is Fukushima. Now, the integrity and the true worth of Japan is at stake here.
A lot to mull over. The raw basics is that this is USA's moment to show or abandon support for Japan, which is being targeted. Alright. Gonna stroll in as one Garrison. It was ours, got something to say. Yeah, so our mission this time is to, even though we're on a mission for Japan, gosh, this is so weird to say, but this is, whatever, I'll describe it afterwards.
Irashamase. Welcome. How many in your party, sir?
I want to talk to the owner.
May I ask what it's concerning?
Yeah. I'm here to kill Mr. Fukushima.
Certainly. We'll be delighted to serve you.
Okay, so we're here to kill Toru Fukushima, and this is an assignment from the American Embassy, I believe, is the thing they say up front. Which is why they're calling it a government job.
Doesn't it?
Don't need the hint. I think there's Heaven Smiles behind me.
Doesn't it?
This is the advantage of getting the crit maxed or raised earlier, is that I don't have to deal with as many problems. Alright, dear Amir, this is a warning, Amir. Transfer $100 to my account. I'm absorbing a $25 loss. Final offer, alright. Nothing terrible has happened yet. It's time for you to send the money. Consider it a gift from me to you. Surprisingly, the Smith Syndicate has many talents. I ain't talking about cheap tricks like swallowing goldfish or cramming your head into a rubber glove. But on a whole other plane. I saw it with my own eyes. Heroes for our age. Dan Smith straight out of a Jap anime. Launching balls of light and shit. Yeah, you bet it blew my socks off. Heck, I wanted to shake his hand and ask for an autograph. But I decided to put my life first. Kaede Smith spurts blood from her arms. What a sick sight. And what'd she do? She flattened a wall right before my eyes. She must have taken out some kind of barrier. That's what Kaede's blood can do? That's what Kaede's blood can do. Sometimes her arm sucks blood. That's some stuff I didn't need to see either. Master Smith is still a mystery. I do know that he can do some sweet wrestling moves. He was a small-town pro wrestler who drew crowds to main events. But just before he made his debut, the New York scene, he mysteriously disappeared. This is common knowledge amongst fans. The only thing for sure is that there's more than meets the eye. An update will follow. Johnny Gagnon these balls. Got a message from our courier. More messages to Amir, who we haven't met yet. Oh, we can go ahead and stand under here. We have 3 characters up front. Kaede for sharpshooting long distance fights and breaking barriers. Master Smith for any tough man stunts like breaking the rock in the front. And Coyote, who has the understated ability of leaping in a single bound. Like a ninja. So his name is Coyote, but the eagle has landed on the roof. Yeah. It'd be like that.
You're fucked.
And we needed to come up here to get to the roof. Nice shot of the moon there. Actually got a really nice look of the garden area if you were to pull the camera with your gun. Okay. I had a feeling that we'd have a fight here, but I remembered incorrectly. Instead, we have Susan. I love this head story about falling off the roof and fracturing their back. Whoopee, no school. Well, yeah, thank you for telling me that I forgot my ring. There's a little bit of a dark twist at the end of that story, huh? 2 people jump off the roof. One with no mention past the jumping, and the other saying, I landed on the first one. It looks like it's oddly dark. I say oddly, but it's a story about killers. Killing explosive teddy bombers. Oh, that feedback is so good. Well, we did it. We acquired the water ring, which I will actually immediately equip. Oh, I gotta hit the A key. Or left. We can proceed. Go through this very quickly.
You're fucked.
Yeah, a lot of these areas in this level are I didn't notice it in time. Oh, I definitely messed with the camera there. A lot of the enemies in this area are on extremely linear paths.
You're fucked.
That would have been messy. Talk to Travis. He's having his sad boy hours. A blood red flower is gonna go up like a firework. All up to the owner of Fukushima to prevent it from hitting and killing everybody. Chief, which side are you on? The homeland or Japan? Very clearly says UN in the gargle speak. Speaking very solemnly about the situation of the story, so that's actually a pretty insightful side quote. Bombhead smiles. These smiles are relatively easy to deal with. You just kind of shoot them in the head. They don't have any given weak spot. They have a singular weak spot, and it's whenever they open their head. I'm very bad at tracing, so I'm gonna go ahead and run away. Okay, we're at full. And I have no need to go that way, so I'm not gonna go there. We can actually just keep heading forward. Camellia Smile telling us that up ahead there's a spot where I can activate my power. I do not have a weak point, so I'm actually just gonna, like, shoot them like crazy, just to get them out of the way. I feel like if you want to play this game, definitely turn up the sensitivity of... turn up the sensitivity of your gun, or your aim. I have it set dead center-ish of the amount. And it really does feel like it's running slow. The reticle, that is. I do not remember what the purpose of coming in here is.
I'm a ghost.
Actually, before we go forward, we're gonna head back. The reason's a little specific. All things considered, is a fairly short level, so it won't be too bad. These enemies are a little creepy, but not impossible to deal with.
Hurts, doesn't it?
When they spin to the green part of the ball, you just click. This would be way harder if my character had way more gun waver. But they don't. And as long as I'm moving the reticle, I can control the aim. So with the water ring, you want to fill the space. And it helps bloom the flowers. which changes this poem to one of happier times. The cherry blossom symbolizes new beginnings. Go ahead and take this with us. We're gonna need that for way later. It's not gonna come up immediately. You'll see why. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Hurts, doesn't it? Hurts, doesn't it?
This is Tara Strong, by the way. If you could probably tell by listening to it, but it wasn't immediately obvious to me. Almost said honest. It wasn't immediately honest to me. I'm gonna deposit our first stack of blood.
What?
Okay, we got good old boy Dan here, woken up. Go ahead and bump his crits. And his power. Now he specializes in exactly one thing that I want him to. A lot of the cast members of this game are playing several characters. Dan Smith is Steve Blum. And he was also one of the heads of defense in the war room. We're gonna go to the side path again. Now that it's open. I'm gonna scan because I heard Heaven Smile, but I do not see a Heaven Smile. Closer he gets, the easier the shot gets.
This is too easy.
But because they're spawned duplicator smiles, you're not rewarded that much. I feel like I remember it specifically giving more in the old game or in the original version, but this might have been balanced. Maintain some semblance of order.
This is too easy. This is too easy.
There's not too much reason to farm here, honestly.
This is too easy.
Collateral shot.
This is too easy.
We got Travis all the way out here. Yeah, Japan doesn't have its own defense system at this moment in the story. So there's no real reason to defend it, but no reason to attack it either. Travis is pointing out that defending Japan is a glaring weakness. We'd be spending our own resources. And if that's the case, it might as well be USA.